De-escalation. All right, Shalom. We are the Israelites. We come to teach the truth of the Bible, to tell the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans your heritage and your nationality according to the scriptures. But before that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'Hara Kakodash, and Shalom to the brothers and sisters that's holding fast, waiting for Yahweh to return, and to the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity, and double honor to the elders and apostles. All right, so we back out of here again. It's Thursday evening. We're just going through the spirit, no specific topic at hand, but just to shed light on what's going on. It's a high time to wake up out of sleep. Grab that. It's a high time to wake up out of sleep because our salvation is near, right? The scripture's going to go into, I believe that's the book of Romans. It's beautiful because we're literally watching we're almost at the climax, or can you consider this the climax? I don't know if you consider this climax, but we're literally entering into how can I say it? We're entering into the actual weaponized and aggressive part of World War III, because we're technically in World War III, but we're more so in the negotiation stage, if you will, right? The initiation stage of World War III, where you got the contentions building, you got countries going against other countries, bombings, but on a low level though, to the point where it's not world breaking, right? It's not world breaking yet, but there's still bombings and stuff going on, but countries are not really like straight up invading each other.
Yeah, not yet.
Throwing atomic nuclear bombs to the point where it's crashing and crumbling economies. But we're very close to that because just the other day, Trump was even talking about basically ending the civilization. Now, apparently, they had talks and some agreements came and the Strait of Hormuz opened back up. But we know that in the book of First Thessalonians, all right, 5. I just did a lesson on it yesterday. First Thessalonians 5 goes into how they shall say peace and safety, but sudden destruction shall come. And when they say shall peace and safety, that does not mean that there will be peace and safety, because I don't think that there's going to be any peace and safety from this point on. It's only going to get worse up until Jacob's trouble, or really up until Yahweh shall come back. I don't think peace and safety is just talk. It is talk. It's script, and it specifically says they shall say peace and safety.
Oh yeah.
But then sudden destruction. So basically, what that's going to look like, or what that could look like, is we're in the middle of World War III, or like it's heating up to the point right before America gets destroyed. Because when America against the nations, that's going to be the climax of World War III, and then the start of Yahweh Shai, when he comes back, that's his peak.
Yo, you know,
right? And then it's downfalls after.
Yo, you know how I see this, John? You know how like before a boxing match, it's the first access documentary, John.
Yep.
2-3 episodes, and then you got like the times they meet up where they go face to face, and they throw a jab at each other pre intro, little face off. Yeah, I mean, throw a little jab, beef up the ratings. We in that stage.
Yep, that's exactly where we are. And that fight is coming,
causing crazy tension, building up the anger and the competition and I hate the bull. You know what I mean? Stuff like that's where we at with it.
Yep.
The beginning of sorrows.
Beginning of sorrow, bro.
This is Romans 13 starting at 11. It says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed."
Yep, that salvation is closer than we think, and that salvation is ultimately when who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh Shai. When he comes back with his armada and his glory, he's going to come in his glorious body. He's not going to come as a man, right? But as a power of God, if you will. Just to keep it simple, as a God. And he's going to come to fight against the nations after America's been destroyed. So again, like I said, the climax of World War III is when America gets destroyed via thermonuclear missiles. And then the very peak is the Yahweh Shai coming back. And that's when it's going to be over there in the Middle East area, which is called the Valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yahweh Shaphat, which is the Lord's judgment, right? The land of the Lord's judgment, where Yahweh Shai is going to war against the nations. You know what I mean? It's going to be Independence Day in reality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where all the nations come together, or the World of War is another one, where all the nations come together to fight against the men that come from the sea, or the aliens that come from space, right?
Yo, you know what's very interesting is I have been my YouTube algorithm. That's crazy how you type one thing and the algorithm get crazy. My algorithm is built on levels of nuclear bombs, what they can do to cities, a diagram of an animation, how different levels of them are. And like, yo, I was through the spirit, I was like, damn, the Lord going to send a bunch of them Jones and do that.
Bro.
Like, yo.
Overkill, bro.
Then you see how Joel talking about the heavens open like a scroll. You see how and through the spirit you can see the scriptures when the bomb hit. Like you're like, oh, okay, the fire before, the fire behind, and the front. The heavens separating and the scroll, the clouds set. I'm like, oh shit,
blocking out the sun,
all that.
Which really doesn't, but it's going to be like wherever you're standing. When if you see the missiles, that means you weren't close enough to die from the initial blast, which is technically going to be more merciful, if anything.
Yeah, it is.
But if you can see it and you start to feel that radiating heat, and next thing you know, that's that what they call it, the nuclear fallout, that destroying wind,
yeah.
Where that wind burn you up, man.
Yeah.
And then the areas closer to that, which would have the radiating effects, but you're not going to see that in America because every place is going to get hit. It's going to be so many missiles that there's going to be no. What does it say? It says that no stone unturned.
Yeah, no stone unturned. Yeah, and you can see why, because even rocks can't survive that type of heat. Metals, and there's no gonna be the element. Yo, bro, everything getting burnt up, bro.
Everything getting burnt up. Fucking, you know what happens to charcoal? You heat charcoal up, that shit just crumble down. So what's gonna happen to this whole place, man? You grab the high time, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a high time to wake up out of sleep. So all you people that are in your slumber, right? Because 1 Thessalonians 5 goes into it too. You need to be sober minded. You need not to be drunken, which is not going into literal, because obviously you gotta sleep, right? And obviously it's okay to drink, but it's all about the spirit. You're spiritually slumbering. You're spiritually drunken. All right, slumber going into what? You're asleep. You're not privy or knowledgeable to your nationality, to what's going on in the world, or you just flat out refuse to believe it, right? Like I don't want to listen to the news. I don't care about war in Iran. I don't care about this and China and North Korea. All I want to worry about is my career and my family and just living my best life, living my truth. That's slumber, bro. And then being drunken is what? Being drunken with the philosophies of this world. Oh, feminism, liberalism, the alphabet community. Right, those are the drunken of this world, where you just so engulfed in your pleasure and your wickedness that you're numb to reality.
Yep. I'm gonna jump down in a little bit. 2 Peter 3. I'm gonna go to the point. Let's go to 4. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. And that's what the brothers is getting into, and that's what we would love to see right now. Because the more we talk about it, it's very scary. But as days go on and the Lord let months go on, maybe a year or so, you start forgetting about what we said and like, oh, that ain't gonna happen. The Lord ain't gonna do shit. And then they go back to their father, like the brother said, enjoying what they've been going into.
Well, and plus, like, just how the scripture said the spirit is like the wind. Well, the world is like the wind. Trend. Everything is trendy. Nowadays, everything is about what's trendy.
Yeah, trendy.
All right.
Yeah.
There's something that will be going on in the world and in the news that'll last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then next thing you know, there's nothing to go on. It's on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Here it is. Everybody was talking about the Epstein files when it first got popping, and they start getting exposed. And then now, I can't remember the last time I saw anything about it.
Yeah.
But that's some real life shit that needs to be not even just talked about, but as American citizens, right? I'm speaking carnally. As American citizens and the people of the public, you should be in awe. You should literally be in protesting and hiking and pitchforks and all this shit against the government.
Diddy was worse.
You know what I mean? Like, you should be against the government. Going, like, even, like, you should be against the government, bro. Like, standing up and fuck that, bro. They are pedophiles, they are this, they killing kids and trafficking. And it's out there. Our president is a part of this shit.
Yeah.
But people will say certain things.
It should be riots. It should be
riots, bro.
It should be all kinds of wild shit going on right now.
But no, everyone's now the next thing, the next punch right in the bag. It's war in Iran and gas prices and now that's all people care about, bro. Is their livelihood. That's all they care about. They don't care about nothing else but their own selves. Their self-indulgent interests, bro. Which I understand as a person, it's natural to be self-indulgent, but like at some point you gotta look at the bigger picture, bro. Sometimes you gotta take yourself out of it and say, yo, what needs to change? Because if you just only worry about your life, which is what's going to happen in Jacob Trouble coming soon, where people will let go of their humanity just for the sake of their own little family, and they'll hoard resources and food and money and shelter just for the sake of their family, but the whole world around them can be crumbling. That's all that matters. Right? But that's why Jacob Trouble's going to happen.
Yeah, Second Peter 3, and I'm gonna go at 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Lord, by the word of Yahweh, the heavens were of old, and earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
So the prophecies and the things that need to happen in this world, they're all reserved for a certain date and time. And everything has its purpose. Everything has its season. And right now, we're in a time of war. We're in a season of war, destruction, calamity, sadness, sorrow. Jacob's trouble. We are in Jacob's trouble. You know what I mean? We're just in the early stages of it. But it's only going to increase. The tensions are only going to get worse. This destruction, the famine, the mourning is only going to be prolonged for, or this state of like limbo. We're kind of like in a state of limbo, if you will, where it's like the world is okay, meaning like you still got your liberties. We can still come out here and do this work,
right,
and we still go to work, and we still got little dainties. You can still book a flight, hop on a flight,
right?
You know, go to the bar, the club, whatever. You can still go on a date, do all these different things. But at the same time, the prices is going up. Gas right now in Philly for regular is like $4.20, $4.30. Some places higher than that. For Philly, that's high.
Crazy.
That's high for Philly.
Crazy.
Typically, a decent gas price in Philly for regular is around $2.50 to $3.
Yeah, right. Yeah, $3.04, $2.89.
When you start seeing it in the threes, that's when it's kind of like, all right,
hold up now. Yeah.
But the twos is normally where it's premium is usually like $3.30, $3.20. It's like, all right, bro, premium gas is $5.
But
it's some change right now.
Anything is normal.
Anything is normal.
Yeah, anything.
So
is normal.
We're pretty much double what we should be right now.
Yeah.
And the food price is going up. Once upon a time, you used to can go to the grocery store, and it's not even a long time ago, bro. You could just date back maybe 3 years ago, bro. Like early 2020, 2021, 2022. You can go to the market, and you can get 2 weeks worth of groceries for about $150, $200. 2 weeks worth. You spending your food stamps. So you're getting food stamps. I remember me and my lady was getting food stamps.
Yeah, Shalom, brother.
Shalom. Me and my lady was getting food stamps, and we was getting like $500 a month.
Yeah.
Back in like 2021 or something like that, 2020. And that was covering us for the whole week, for the whole month. Mm-hmm. Now, I go to the market to grab a few things for dinner tonight, maybe a little extra little stuff for the week. $102. And I got one bag, bro. One bag, $102. Everything in the cart, when you read the receipt, everything averages about $12, $15. It'd be like, this would be $10. That'd be $18. That'd be $9. That'd be $14. And then you got 10 things and you just spend $150, bro. So that's the only thing that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Good.
That's why. Shit working too though.
Huh?
Coming down crazy.
Oh no, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, a lot of weight.
I'm probably like down like 8-9 pounds right now.
Yeah, you lost a lot of weight.
When I was in the gym the other day, somebody was like, "Yo, bro, what you been doing?"
Yeah.
Like
I can see you lost a lot of weight.
like fasting.
Yeah,
No, my apologies.
What's up?
Took me longer. My damn dog.
Oh yeah.
No.
I almost brought young ball, but
No, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, not to
Alright,
quench
go
the
ahead.
spirit.
Yeah.
The brother, but I gave him like a little corner where he go use the bathroom when I'm not there, bro. He literally has this thing where he poops everywhere else and
outside.
only pees on the pad.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
where's the disconnect?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like, bro,
Man, we'll finally figure that out.
Yo, this how bad it is. See this little crack right here? It's the only place that doesn't have.
Man, we right in a little creek.
And he will literally poop right on the outside like squad.
Yeah, a little bougie. Yeah, a little bougie.
He's like, nah, this is my spot. I ain't trying to poop my shit.
Yeah, I ain't trying to fuck poop my shit. Yeah.
Man.
Man, we'll finally figure that out though. He
Strength and true, Mike Allah. Shalom, brother. Shalom, bro. He's the only people who think everything is all right are those stuck on Brennan circuses. Yeah, man. Like,
Shit ain't sweet, bro. It's just not sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to 2 Peter 3. There's a point I wanted to make to get the land back who he was. It says
how it works, Salakia.
You know what? Because you know it's Salakia. Let me go to 8. It said, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. That's very important because when people get a analyzing of that concept, then you can kind of slow down with the whole we're not on our time, we're on the Lord's time.
That's why it says that lo it tarry, it will not tarry.
Right,
basically
correct.
saying like it may seem like it's tarrying, like it's taking long, but it really ain't.
That's the narrative. That's what's going around in Israel right now. Talk about how the Lord now is no longer like the prophecies are no longer like we're waiting on them. It's like full throttle.
That's Secondary 9 right there.
Yeah, full throttle. We're in it.
That's 9 right there.
See when the Most High begins to visit the earth,
where you made. Yeah. 2 Peter 3 and Salakia. Yeah, I was. Verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Yep. So he's not slacking his prophecies. All right, like the scripture brought out a little bit few up. It stated that there's a season for everything. All right, there's a season and a time for each prophecy. But the beautiful thing about the last prophecies that have to come to pass is that they're all a domino effect. That means when one thing happens, another thing happens.
Together,
All right, there's not going to be this happens and then there's a time period between. No, the last few major prophecies that we need, family of the word, right?
Which is coming. There just a bill was just passed. Well, they're trying to pass a bill right now where they're already starting it in Canada and in Europe, but in America they're basically trying to get it to the point where speaking the word will be labeled as hate speech, and it can be an offense up to 3 to 5 years in prison or fine.
Especially because we're coming into a Judamite state.
You also see what
America's starting to become a Jewish state.
You also see what happened to the one brother in the NBA who got kicked out of the NBA. He got kicked out of the NBA because he was talking about righteousness of the Bible, and he was condemning homosexuality. And they kicked him out of the NBA.
It's recent?
Bro, recent. Just like a week ago, they kicked him out. Bro, my man, all he said was, everyone wants to talk about unrighteousness, right? And they're so quick to be advocate for, inclusion and everything. But when I want to speak about my beliefs in the Bible and how the Lord tells us that this is an abomination, he basically, boom. But he an NBA player. They roofed him like the next couple days. You can't be a part of our organization because we already know who owns the NBA. They're Jewish people, right? And Ish people, Ishes, and they own the NBA. And what is the number one thing the Ishes are known for? Homosexuality, LGBTQ, whatever community.
Yep, they got one of the biggest parades in the world.
That's crazy, bro. You know what's very interesting about that too is the fact that this is probably the only thing that vexes me. But my new vex is actually seeing Muslims now. I get a little vexed seeing that Muslims. I'm very vexed about it. It just is what it is.
We in Philly.
I know, but it's just I hate seeing it now. But the other thing is the fact that the representation of morals is of the Bible, but then when somebody want to rep the Bible, they're hate speech or they're like the brother. So like you got the Bible, you make him swear on it right hand in courts.
Yep.
You make everything symbolizes from the scriptures. Everything is Bible.
Until it's time to actually institute the Bible.
Correct. And then now it's like, out of the NBA now. Like that. That's the Lord gotta come back, bro.
Yep. It's a fallacy, bro.
This shit wild, but it's disrespectful too. And it's not their book.
This is the book Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's exactly what happened. That's literally what happened.
Yeah.
Yo, they straight condemned this man, kicked him out of the league. Mind you, he was a number 5 overall pick a couple of years ago. This boy was top tier. This wasn't no
Who was it?
I mean, I don't play basketball like that, but I'm gonna get his name real quick. Yeah,
I am curious. Number five overall.
Basketball player.
Yeah, that's a move.
Kicked out.
Yep. That's the time. That's the time we're coming into.
Coming into, yeah.
That family of the word is going to lead to a lot of other things, right? Like
Right.
it's not just that family of the word.
Salaki, brother. Jaden Ivey, Chicago. He just got kicked out by the Chicago Bulls. It says the incident in March 2026, Chicago Bulls waived guard Jaden Ivey after he posted a lengthy video rant on Instagram Live. In the video, Ivey criticized the NBA's promotion for Pride Month, calling it a celebration of unrighteousness. That's all he said.
That's crazy.
Right? But they kicked him out of the league for just basically talking about his power. But see,
homosexuality is welcomed in churches with the
Yep.
Bible right in front of them.
and
Like
the Bible literally
saying,
calls it an abomination.
Shit crazy,
and it
bro.
literally
And they
says
shall not
they shall
inherit the
not
kingdom of heaven.
they shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Like they
That
won't make it into the kingdom of heaven.
crazy, bro.
Now, mind you,
And when you go through even when you just go through the scriptures and we read, remember I sent y'all that verse in what was it, Judges, and literally the Benjamites was literally they tried to sodomize who was it at the time? I can't remember the brother's
a couple
name.
of them.
It was I can't remember who they were trying to sell. I can't remember the name exactly. I gotta. It's the last 3 chapters of Judges. So like Judges 19.
it was one of the Oh my God, I just got done reading this the other day. We
We just read it. Yeah, we just read it.
Oh my
But
goodness.
either way, the Benjamites, they went to a land where it was a land of the Benjamites, and mind you, one of our rules in Israel was hospitality. That was one of our main things.
Yep.
So they went into the land,
When they wasn't
into
given
a
a
lodge, and there was no hospitality. They like,
Yeah.
yo, where everybody at?
And that's how you knew. That's how you knew this town. Not to cut you
Right,
off.
yep.
That's how you knew this town was wicked.
So
Because
then one of the old men.
Because remember when Slockin, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. Remember when he went to go get his concubine? Because you talking about that story.
Yep, that's
when he went to go get his concubine or whatever after she was gone for about a month, right? This is another
No,
thing.
it said 4 months.
For 4 months.
She was gone for 4
She
months,
was,
bro.
yeah, she was going for 4 months, bro. It was in Judges.
It was Judges like 19.
Just like yeah,
19
Judges.
or
After
20.
Samson,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Samson
so-
was like
14, 15.
yeah. It was
So-
like 20.
To long story short, it was a concubine, not his wife.
It was his wife.
And
Concubine is wife.
Well, concubine is a wife, but it's basically of a foreign.
She wasn't. So
she
basically, I went into it. Basically, it's not, no, it's not, it
lower
wasn't. She
grade.
was foreign. I went into it. So you have concubine is a wife, but of a lesser stat. It
status.
goes into how it was happened.
Right.
So they broke it down. Like basically, she wasn't endowed.
Okay.
So it's basically like if I see a maid, I'm like, yo,
Okay.
and I take her, but I don't go.
Because sex is marriage.
But I don't go through like the father, pay the dowry,
Gotcha.
do all that.
So he took her as a wife by basically all right, I got
you know what I mean? It was just like a kind of like you ain't go through the pop or nothing. Like you ain't do it the right way, so it's just concubine.
Yeah,
It's a lesser status.
Side chick. She was a side chick.
But that was his only wife, though.
Well,
It was his only wife. Did they
It's
did
a lot of
Yeah,
brothers
but-
that just get so-called
It
girlfriends.
doesn't matter.
but
That's not the point. That's not the point.
long story short, for the point is she was gone for 4 months. She went to go sojourn with her father. Mind you, when you're betrothed or married to a man, you're supposed to be with your man. Right.
But mind you,
remember the
it's-
law.
it-
The law
it-
says you're supposed to leave your mother and father, and then
It's stated in the very first or second verse that she played the harlot, and then she left to go be with her father. So which you beautifully broke it down was
Yeah.
like because some other verses would try to change the word and say that she left in anger. But
no, she played the harlot.
She played the harlot. She was condemned, and she was trying to be shame. She was being shamefaced, so she ran
She
away.
also knew because she was a whore what would happen.
Right.
Now, mind you,
So she ran away.
what's the law? What's the law? Mind you, this is also back when Levitical laws were in full effect.
Yeah.
What is the law when a woman commits
They
adultery?
both shall be stoned to death.
They stoned to death. So she played the harlot and then left she flee to go sojourn with her father. And
safety,
then
yeah.
for safety, basically. And then when the brother went, oh my goodness, we just read this. But when the Israelite brother went to go pick her up, the dad knew he knew what was up. So he was trying to be so nice to the brother, like, oh, stay here for
He
the
was trying
day.
to diffuse the situation.
He was trying to, and
And he was trying to prolong. That's crazy because I went into the commentary. The commentary
Say.
broke it down like that too. He was trying to prolong because he already knew the fate of his daughter.
Yep.
He came to collect his daughter, and I know she played the harlot.
Yep.
He's not about to just take her home
Nope.
in peace. So he's trying to prolong
You know-
his
you know what's crazy?
stay with his daughter.
I seen I'm not trying to get off topic. We're still talking about the same thing. I seen on TikTok, it was a Jake woman basically going, this is why I don't believe in the Bible, and she brought up this passage. And she didn't get into the context of playing a harlot or the law or anything. basically, I'm going to speed it up now. But it was a Jake woman basically saying, this is why I don't read the Bible, because it's a bunch of, look what they did, misogyny, look what they did to this woman. All right, now let's go fast forward to what the brother was talking about. So what happened was, he went to go get his wife or concubine. And the father was trying to get him to stay day after day after day, trying to get him to stay and trying to get him drunk, eat, sojourn, stay with us. And then when he was like, nah, I'm not doing this no more, we leaving. He took his wife and was like, we leaving. The father was like, go to this other land right here. He was like, go to this land or whatever and sojourn there. He said, whoa, I'm not going nowhere where it ain't Israelite territory.
Right. Exactly. So he ended up going.
He's like, I'm not going anywhere where there isn't an Israelite territory. And then it's when he went to the land, like a city or city-state where the Benjaminites were sojourning. Basically, because you know how, remember in our law it says we got to be brotherly.
Yep, you got to be hospitality. Hospitality was a main factor in our law.
So he gets there. And he in the streets, ain't nobody trying to help him.
And go in the lodge and all that. Nobody at the desk.
He like, yo, what's
so
going
one
on?
of the residents that was there came out and was like,
yeah, somebody with the spirit on him basically came out and was like, yo, man, come stay with us. Come stay with me and my family. Yo, you an Israelite, basically, brethren. Come on, let's handle it. They go to the crib. This how you know that the land. This how you know. This why now we getting back to full context. Yep. We knew the land was wicked or was not under the order of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Well, at this time it's just Yahweh, but.
It was basically what happened with Lot and his daughters and the angel right before Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed.
So
literally, it was like a mirror situation.
Exactly. So basically, when they're in the Benjaminites' house or whatever, a bunch of men came to the door trying to basically commit sodomy with the brother.
He's like, yo, bring that man out. So we may know him.
And then the brother, the Benjaminite that was helping him, was like, yo, whoa, y'all tripping.
He said, I'm gonna give you my daughter.
I'm gonna give you my daughter and his concubine.
And y'all can do what y'all want.
Y'all can do what y'all want.
They was like, nah.
He was like, no, we want him.
We want him.
But the man that we're talking about, he
basically kicked his.
No, he literally says he kicked his wife out. I'm like, then go out with them. Now, mind you, she already played the harlot, so he was already in his head. Judgment was coming. He
already didn't give a fuck. He was done with her.
You can tell. Now, mind you, it doesn't say these things, but if you just read in between context as men, you understand what it was. So he
plus back then, men was
disgusted. Yeah, he was disgusted.
So remember, that was still his wife. That was his property.
Exactly.
Essentially,
but
remember, his possession.
That was his possession. So he kicked her out or whatever, and the men took her and basically was dogging her out to the morning, and they released her in the morning.
And she died. They probably beating her.
No, they cut her up.
No. That's not what I said.
Oh, brother.
No. She was abused and tortured all night.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
And then she crawled to the doorstep.
Oh, yeah.
And when he came out, she was dead. Yeah. He cut her up and sent her.
That's what I'm saying.
He cut her up. She was already dead.
Oh, all right. Wow. Wait, did she die at the doorstep?
Yeah, she died at the doorstep.
Slaki, I gotta get it. Slaki.
She died at the doorstep.
Slaki.
He cut her up and sent all the body parts pieces
to
all the other lands.
But the fact is, when I brought up that Jake's sister that read this part, that read this in the scripture, she's like, that's why I'm believing. Look up this. What you're not understanding is she already played the harlot. She also ran away from him for 4 months trying to keep her life because she knew what the law was. If you can find it real quick, because she knew what the law was. So when we get to the context of him kicking her out and letting those men ravish her, basically they was. Yeah, that's what it says. They was ravishing her all night.
They knew her and abused her all night.
They knew her and abused her all night, and then in the morning, they let her go. And then she crawled to the house. I didn't know it said that she died at the doorstep. But whatever, find it real quick just to make sure. But then after she was dead, they cut her body up and then sent it to all the little...
and this was the key point. And there came to pass...
Mind you, he's a Levite.
Yeah,
so hold on. We talk about the Levitical laws, right? You think this Levite don't know what the law when his bloodline
he was a governor of the law.
He was a governor of the law. This is also the book of Judges. So guess what? This was before there was
no kings. And so it said, and it came to pass in those days when there was no king in Israel that there was a certain Levite sojourning in the side of Mount Ephraim, who took him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. So she was a Judite. Mm-hmm. She was a Judite. And his concubine played the whore against him and went away from him until her father's house was there for 4
she played the whore against him. Now, how do you play a harlot? You go and you let other men have you. You go and do things contrary to your marriage.
You go into the interlineal.
So this is
to the word.
But what's crazy is after we read this, it popped up on my feed, and there was this Jake woman going in. She's like, yeah, that's why I don't get it. I'm like, no, sweetheart, you're not even reading the context. You're reading the story about how she was abused cut up
Right.
and sit around, but you're not even understanding why.
Yeah,
Like
why.
now, mind you, our ways are not His ways. Our thoughts are not His thoughts. Why did the Lord make the law the way He wanted it? It's because He wanted it the way He wanted it, whether we like it or not. So we're not going to sit here and debate why this or why that. Look, she did what she did, so then He kicked her out. They abused, raped her, whatever it was, all night. You know what I'm saying? They released her in the morning. I want to just get to the part where it says when she crawled back to the house.
It says, yada yada yada. All right, it says, boom, boom. They let her go. Verse 26. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door of the man's house where her lord was till it was light. So basically, it was like dark.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
The
four, it's like
sunrise.
4, 5 a.m.
Sunrise.
5 a.m.
It
she
was
crawled
dark
to the
and it was
doorstep,
starting to
and boom, she collapsed on the doorstep.
Go ahead.
So then he came up, light came up, he came outside. It says, and her Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of the house and went out to his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house. Her hands were upon the threshold, and he said unto her, Up.
Oh no,
let
she
us-"
wasn't dead yet. I told you.
Listen, brother.
Okay.
Let me finish. He said unto her, Up, and let us be going, but none answered. Then the man took her up and upon an ass and rose up and gat him into his place. And when he was coming to his house, he took a knife and laid hold his concubine and divided her together with her bones,
I think
12
he- I think
pieces.
he killed her.
Bro, it says none answered.
She
bro.
died.
She was dead.
He spoke to her like,
He spoke, yo, come on.
like,
She
yo,
was-
you good? And then she checked.
Okay.
She checked. Like I said.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Okay. I mean,
context makes sense.
Context. But the whole
Plus,
point.
because she was abused all night, so it
Yeah,
means like they
yeah.
beat her the fuck up.
Yeah, they was
internal, probably had internal bleeding and shit.
They beat her up.
They did
Plus,
her.
plus, they knew the law too, so they didn't give a fuck because they knew she was worthy of death anyway.
Well,
So
no.
really
How would they
didn't
have known? Remember,
I mean,
this is a wicked. This is a wicked. This
Bro,
is,
they
Oh,
were
yeah.
they was being wicked.
Yeah,
This was all wicked.
You know what? You're right.
They
I
was
thought
being
they
wicked.
knew what it was for her.
No,
but
they was
don't.
being wicked.
He kicked her on some.
Remember,
dressy
they
bull.
was trying to pop him.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they knew she kicked into the door.
No, they don't. They
Yeah,
didn't.
no, I- yeah, I
But
can
this,
see
remember,
that.
this Bethlehem, Judah.
I can
It was
see
called
that.
Bethlehem, Judah. Was the town or the city-state. And guess what? It was a wicked area at the time. How do we know? Because they weren't even being brotherly when he came through.
No,
He-
that's not where they were. That's where they left from.
oh, that's where they left from.
Yeah, they went to the place was called. I'll show you.
They left from Bethlehem, Judah.
And
Okay,
then it
that's where her
said-
father was
that's
at.
where her father was
Yeah.
at. It said, hold on.
Because she's a Judite herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It says, but the man would not tarry night, rose up the part, came over against Jebus, which is in Jerusalem. Hold on. And Jebus, the day was far spent, and the servant's master come and pray, let us turn this way into the city of Jebusites and lodge in it. And his master said, I will not turn aside hither into a city of a stranger.
Jebusites.
He said, we went over to Gibeah. It was the Gibeah.
Gibeah. I'm not sure where Gibeah is on the map.
Yeah, they went to Gibeah or in Ramah.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's at. But
It
they were
says Gibeah, but which belongeth to Benjamin.
okay. So
Okay,
it was
yeah.
it was a town of Benjamin, of the Benjaminites.
Yeah.
That's how we knew that. And that's why we say it must have been a wicked. Mind you, these are Benjaminites, and they were trying to have their way with the man.
What is Benjamin's his their wolves, ravenous wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yum.
Yep. So the whole purpose of bringing this out was the fact that they were trying to,
That's where King Saul.
Yeah. Saul was a Benjamin.
they were trying to do
Saul.
some unrighteous stuff,
Just
Now,
like-
mind you,
It
just
was
like
in
Saul.
it was in the kingdom of Judah though.
Yep, and mind you, it wasn't because I remember it was in the it was in
Benjamin, Levi, and Judah all dwelt
Yep.
in the sun.
Even in the house of David, Bethlehem was a Judite land.
Yep. And then and we also know that the Lord is not a man of lie, and he does not change. So what did the Lord do to Sodom and Gomorrah and all the neighboring cities? It wasn't just 2 cities that fell; it was multiple cities that fell.
New York shit.
Yeah, like New York got a bunch of boroughs, like 5 boroughs or whatever, right? And then you got upstate New York. The Lord was like, get rid of all of it, and upstate, Syracuse and all, Buffalo, hit it too.
Yeah, hit all that shit.
That's exactly
a
how-
big
That's
ass
what the
area,
Lord is
bro.
exactly going to do to America.
That's
Yep.
a big ass area, bro. That's a lot of destruction, bro.
God. Yeah,
Bro,
I ain't
you
gonna
gotta
lie,
imagine it's probably gonna be tsunamis and shit.
Yeah.
bro, they talk. They remember they always show.
yeah, for
They
sure.
always show.
But nuke hit the water.
They always say if a nuke hit the water off the coast of New York, it would be a tidal wave so high that it'll wipe most of the
yeah,
buildings.
100 feet type
100
shit.
feet, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole shit is gonna be underwater. Bro.
Right.
Atomic bomb can't do it, but these nukes today can.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
I'm telling you, oh shit, my algorithm, okay, why I got passionate because for some reason my YouTube algorithm is looking at different phases and levels of nuclear bombs out of nowhere, and they showing you what it can do versus cities and shit like that.
But what's crazy
that shit is stupid,
but
bro.
what's crazy is we are at the end.
Yeah.
Right? The prophecies are speeding up. The writing is on the wall. America's circling the drain. So it's either, like, listen, as much as we've said it, it's either get down or lay down. You're going to be caught up in the judgment of the heathen if you are not 10 toes down for Yahweh Shem Shai, especially at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at this point,
At this point, it's almost like, bro, like, what are you doing with
like,
yourself?
yo, bless are the brothers and sisters who are meant to wake up at the latter end. Because if you ain't that, it's
Look,
up.
not to mention, look, now let's get back on the end of America. They basically saying in December, if y'all didn't ever bring this out, December, the mandatory draft is going to be implemented.
Oh, in December.
Mandatory, so December 2026.
I'm telling you, bro. I called it, bro.
December 2026.
John, bro. That is, if anything
That's gonna cause
doesn't,
Civil War.
that's going to be Civil War.
That's what's up, but remember,
yes, it will.
But it's going to be more than just that. It's going to be a domino effect, like the brother said. It's going to be that, right? Then they're going to do energy. It's all about
energy conservation.
Right? And they're already doing it in Asia and other places in Europe. And the war in the Middle East, the war over in Iran was all orchestrated so they can shoot the gas prices up and energy prices so they can bring in a new world order faster. Yeah. Please understand that war is a bunch of fake hoopla. They're bombing stuff, cutting off the Hormuz Strait, whatever it's called, on purpose so that fuel prices can go up. Now, mind you, there's more than enough fuel that the prices don't even have to go up, but they're going to orchestrate it and let everyone think, hey,
meanwhile,
because of the war, this is why we got to conserve oil, conserve power.
They just fucking seized what? How many millions or billions of tons from fucking Venezuela?
Exactly. And you know they
just last month.
On my Shalawamia, John, the first time, I'm a little proud of this. I know what's going on. They took over Venezuela and cut off China. And by taking over Venezuela, which makes China fuck up, and then they gotta buy from us.
Not to mention, not to
Right?
mention, what are they doing right now in Cuba?
I don't know about Cuba.
So a lot of the oil that was coming into Cuba.
America don't fuck with Cuba.
Well,
they're still trying to get Cuba.
America don't fuck with Cuba because of how Castro was so cool with Putin and the Russians. Now, right now, they're trying to cut off Cuba. They already cut off Cuba from getting oil and everything because they cut off Cuba from getting oil, so they're having rolling power outs and everything. Bro, all of this is staged so so-called white men can stay in power and usher in a new world order. But for their new world order to work, we say this every time, they got to destroy Israel and they have to destroy America. Yes, America and Israel will be destroyed so they can bring in a new world order. But little do they know, or they do know, right?
It gets completed, but not fully.
Exactly.
Job 20.
Job 20 and
20 and starting like 18.
Job 20.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It goes into how as they're basically about to come, as their plans are about to be 100%, the Lord is going to stop them right in their tracks. So we understand that these new 15-minute smart cities, why are they going to have 15-minute smart cities? They're going to make little regions, right? What is a smart city? To make it very easy. Remember, we just got to talking about the rolling blackouts and power cuts, right? What they're going to do is they're going to put jobs, supermarkets, and things into small little zone neighborhoods that says you can go and get everything you need within a 15-minute radius of your neighborhood. You don't need to go nowhere else. This was social credit score system. The market.
Also, energy conservation.
That's it.
And they're gonna start based on license plates and shit. It's not your turn to go to the grocery store. Your day is on Thursday and it's Sunday, but you out of food.
Yo, they gonna hit them jobs, bro.
Your
Your job's gonna be like, did you sign up for the war yet? You ain't signed up yet? Don't come to work.
Exactly.
Easy.
Exactly. That's exactly. Your brother, you're right. Then they're gonna say, oh, the power's out. So if you want your power rations for the month, you need to go down to your nearest chip station or you never nearest draft station and enroll.
Enroll.
By the way, the dollar is gone. So if you want to go buy, sell, get goods and services for your family, your family and your immediate, you must
Hold up, though.
Yeah, bro, all this is coming.
Hold up, though. You know what? You know how we know we up to some second Esdras 16 at 30, and also at the other one where it says that most of the men would die in war.
Yeah, bro. Matter of fact, just get it. I got you.
Fucking draft.
Yep, that's the draft. Most men it says
Even if they don't go to war,
and then they're going to die from the famine.
Die from famine, or just regular old,
just the regular old like
war shit.
Esau might end up just instead of locking everybody up, they probably don't have enough prisons. They're gonna start killing niggas. You know what I mean? Throwing them into detention centers, and niggas gonna be dying there, rioting. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Remember, war doesn't necessarily mean it has to be war overseas.
True.
It can be war within America.
Yeah.
Look at that. Second Esdras. I was already
The government versus the citizens.
It's like 16
Civil
and like
War.
30, 31, 32, like around there, where a man would desire to see another man type John. It's either 15 and 30 something or 16.
The whole
and 30
state of
something.
Texas
Gotcha,
might
right, it's
rebel
28.
against the government and shit. Go to war.
Second Esdras 16 and verse 28. No, I'm sorry, it's 27. It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice, for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As in the orchard of olives upon every tree, there are left 3 or 4 olives. Whereas when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. So it's even after all these people are dead, there's still people gonna be looking to hunt more people. Yo, let's go run over and make
What
sure.
that mean, right? You know what logically makes sense with that? It's gonna be a lot of fucking women. A lot of them.
Right.
A lot. Oh, there should be now bridegrooms, right?
Right here.
Yeah, yup.
And it says, verse 32, and then the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
And why is that? Because women don't fight.
Because
They
all the
chilling.
men are going to be dying at war.
Yup. And then whatever
War
man
and
they see,
civil
and
war.
then watch. It's gonna be that one guy that's chilling with stability. It's gonna be what? A man of the Lord.
Yep, and then
Isaiah 4:1.
hold on, no, I got you.
Isaiah 13,
I got, nope,
12,
I got you right here.
Isaiah
I got-
32 and 2.
Nope, I got you right here. We're sitting same chapter.
That shit just makes
Man,
so much
literally,
sense.
the Lord said, man, literally gonna be a hiding place.
Hiding place.
He says like a rock, a spring of basically like a rock of water in a weary, dry place.
That's crazy, bro. 105.
Imagine they like, yo, we in a desert. They like, yo, there's water 2 miles east. Everybody gonna be trying to go there. Meanwhile, it's you.
Yep, and guess what?
There's safety 2 miles east.
And this is how you're gonna know if you're a man of the Lord, because once all of this happens, the government's gonna pinpoint who you are. And then right here, 2 Esdras 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods. Why their goods? If no one has goods, because they're going to have goods in Jacob's trouble.
Joel 27.
And cast them out of their houses. Damn, I thought nobody has a house. Yo, they going to be in. Remember, a house basically means a place of refuge, a place of hiding.
And don't fear that to you, sincere brothers and sisters, because guess what? You know what trumps that? Isaiah 59:19.
There you.
I'm saying shit.
Because although the Lord
that
is
prophecy has to be fulfilled, bro.
the Lord is speaking very general here,
Yes.
right? Because
Very
this
general.
is going to happen to some people,
Yup.
but a vast majority, the Most High, is going to lift up a standard. That
Yup.
standard is going to be protection,
Yup.
whether it's divine intervention, whether a brother that's with you gets spiritual powers,
Yup.
or
standard goes into take flight,
Take flight.
to disappear, to go on attack.
go on attack. Yep.
Brothers.
So one of those things. Or sometimes the Lord might just say, "Yo, get the fuck out of Dodge," and you don't care about that because the Lord already put you in a position of comfort before. What makes you think He can't do it again?
Or the Lord uses power of influence, and the ones who are with the Lord, shall also the enemy shall be at peace with me.
Hold on.
Leave you alone. and shit.
In fact, 2 Esdras 16 at the top, but I'm gonna finish this on 73 first. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. But if you scroll up to 2 Esdras 16 and
Because what it should say, they shall attempt
they shall attempt to persecute, but one of them bulls as an army is not going to prevail.
None.
They ass whoop.
Bro, I'm not even worried about it. 2 Ezra 16 and
They get their ass whooped.
straight to the point. 2 Ezra 16 and 11. It says the Lord shall threaten who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
Right, yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And he said, I will use my people Israel, and also they shall be as David, as an angel of the Lord.
I shall make you my battle axe and weapons of war.
They shall be as David, as an angel of the Lord before.
That's a lot of power, bro,
You know,
in a
and remember-
mortal body, bro.
And only needs
That's a
one
lot of
angel
power.
to destroy everything.
That's a lot of power.
One
bro.
angel can destroy everything.
And remember, it described
Did
David.
Did y'all see the video on TikTok? The AI with the brother.
Yeah,
and
let's do it again.
No, the one and he walking like a giant. You could tell it was Yahweh Shai. The craft is coming with him, and Yahweh Shai. Well, obviously we know he flew a
I seen the one you sent on Instagram.
Yeah, with the one with
when
the.
his wife was standing on the John, and it was all the people around them in the chariots in the sky.
Oh, that was when the kingdom was established.
That was
the Kingdom Jones.
No.
With the chariots coming in,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
gold and
No,
everything.
you know
That shit was fire.
that
That shit was fire.
You know the scripture says that it should be a chariot upon every house.
I seen it before. I seen it
That
before.
was that video.
I seen it before.
Bro, it was beautiful. But then there was a video or an AI video of Yahweh Shai. Now the chariot that he was with that was following around was a pyramid. Not getting into all that, but you see all of the world's armies like this. Fire, fire! You see him walking, and all the bullets is.
Oh, I saw that.
Bro, I was
He
like,
had white armor,
all
white hair.
all
Yeah,
white
that
armor.
was fire.
I was like, oh, that's so fire,
that was
bro.
fire.
That's so fire.
Yeah, that was
bro.
fire. Yeah,
That's
that
so
was
fire. That's so fire.
Yeah, man, that's the time we're coming into. Like we started with, it's a beautiful time to awake up out of sleep, because our salvation is nearer than we believe. You might as well grab that Wisdom Solomon 2. That nigga, Wisdom Solomon 2.
Oh shit! You mean second others too?
No, Wisdom Solomon.
Oh, send them on.
Strangeness of my salvation.
It's 5.
It's locked in 5.
Wisdom of Solomon 5. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors, which he's doing right now.
Yep. We standing in great boldness, coming out here and calling these devils out when they shit. And we're telling the world like it is. Calling our people out on their wickedness. Calling these niggas out on all their demonic actions. And telling them in their face like, yo, your kingdom's going to collapse. We are going to be next in power through our Lord Yahweh Shai. And you're going to be our slaves. We live in boldness, bro. Right?
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Yeah, they
So far beyond all they look for.
they're going to be troubled with fear because, one, they're going to see Yahweh Shai coming back in his glory, bro. And Yahweh Shai coming back, bro, is going to be the most beautiful, scariest shit ever. Bro.
You ever seen in your life?
Ever
Yeah,
seen.
shit gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be terrifying because of the power, but it's gonna be so beautiful just to even look upon it. Like and you know this is my enemy, but you can't even help but acknowledge, like,
Bro,
damn that
bro,
motherfucker.
bro.
Yeah, what Timothy
You,
say?
bro, you seen in that AI video, you seen the boy dumbfounded. He got his M16 with his helmet on. He like, and the white boy hits him. Fire, fire! He goes, dude. And then the bullets is like, dude, Yahweh Shai just walking. She's like, ding, 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 ding.
But the Most High is going to harden their hearts to fight.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Show
Because
his
anybody with logical sense going to see a man. Yo, come on, bro. Anybody with logic, fuck that.
You gotta shoot.
But guess what?
You gotta shoot.
You harden their heart.
Yep.
So it's just no. We can win. Band together, man.
I'll throw that gun and run like a motherfucker.
I'm going. I'm
Bro.
bombing down.
Bro,
Retreat.
First of all, as soon as
I'm
the
shooting up
whole
the
earth
ghost.
goes, the earth starts shaking to and fro, and they're like, and you got this white general like, hold your ground, man. I'm like, from that,
Yeah. Y'all niggas trick. Hold it first up. Yahweh Shai pulls up. They don't even know it's him. And they shooting at him. And the bullets are popping off. I'm going.
Dog.
Out.
Not
I'm
even,
standing
dog.
there.
Like,
I'm
dog.
like, what you, Luke Cage?
You're right, because it's going to be a lot of people who want to join the war out of necessity because, remember, the hour of temptation. Whether it's the mark of the beast
Yep.
or the fact that you got to feed your family. All of it. Mark of the
All of
beast.
it.
Yeah,
Everything.
it's all temptation. Like, yo, that's why it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt
You
for
can
help.
think about it. You can think about it. They might do a draft, but they might incentivize it.
That's exactly
You
what
know,
they're going to do.
they're gonna say Esau's going to incentivize it.
Like, yo,
100%.
come to the draft and we're going to make
Just
sure
like
you
they're
have
gonna incentivize
three
the
hots and a cot.
Your family will be
and your
protected.
family will be in one of the best 15-minute cities, and you're going to have Nothing to worry about. They're gonna be doing that. You know, that's exactly
And
what
as
they're
soon
gonna
as
do.
you die, they kicking them niggas out.
Yep. Con.
I finished it off real quick. I'm gonna get to them being salty. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Yeah.
We fools account this life madness and an end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh and his lot is among the saints? Now that's my favorite. Oh, Lord willing, we are a part of that number. I would love to be in a spiritual body and looking at the dickheads like, what's up now? Like, oh, I would love to fucking experience that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
at that moment. That's when the Lord's going to give us the ability to get our get back, bro. But right now, vengeance is of the Lord, so we have to be patient. Zephaniah 3:8. All right, wait ye upon the Lord. So
That's
He
all
rises
right.
up to the right. You know what I mean? So we patiently waiting on the Lord. We doing what we got to do for our own personal safety, security, and salvation. You know, getting right with the Lord, bettering ourselves, and then doing our purpose, which is to come out and teach this word to warn you sheep, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that the pending doom is coming, and you have a short time to get right with the Lord. So now is the time to lock in more than anything.
He said Esau's about to fight Broly mixed with
Facts,
dark
brother.
side on an infinite God
Facts,
level.
brother.
Real shit.
Yo, that's why I'm
Shit.
in with this. Holding them to go down to Egypt for help and trust in chariots and basically
He says,
Esau's
the
technology
strength of Pharaoh shall be your shame.
should be your shame.
All right? All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was beautiful, edifying to you, brothers and sisters. We need to give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Bahawa Kakodash, and double honors again to our elders and apostles from Apostle Harlan down. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.